Now at 5, new details in a shocking crime out of Phoenix. A man is accused of sexually assaulting multiple corpses after breaking into the medical examiner's office.
Tonight, we are learning whether his actions jeopardized any criminal investigations. Fox 10's Taylor Wirtz joins us now with the latest. Taylor.
Yeah, John and Christina, truly a disturbing crime. And if you zoom into the medical examiner's office behind me, you can see that board covering the window that the sheriff's office confirms to us was broken in this break-in early Wednesday morning. Maricopa County Sheriff Jerry Sheridan spoke to us today about this. And one of the most significant things he told us was that these bodies were not victims of an active crime investigation, but others have expressed concerns.
It's an act many are still wrapping their heads around.
It tends to throw people quite a bit because it just seems so very, very unnatural.
31-year-old Fenris Lu is accused of breaking into the Maricopa County medical examiner's office around 2 a.m. on Wednesday and sexually assaulting multiple bodies inside.
There was approximately 11 bodies. The bags that they were kept in, they were broken open.
Multiple law enforcement sources tell us the bodies of 4 men were touched sexually, and the whole thing was caught on camera. They have voiced concerns about how this could affect operations inside the medical examiner's office, including everything from investigations to organ donation. Forensic pathologist Dr. Rebecca Shue says contamination would be the primary concern in any autopsy or investigation.
Remember, body bags are sealed, things are contained so that you know that things have been handled in a clean fashion, in a sterile fashion. If someone has broken that seal prematurely and now has touched or manipulated the bodies in some way, that in theory could interfere with investigation and confound some of the findings. They probably will keep in the back of their minds the fact that this happened just to make sure if anything down the road comes up.
Sheriff Jerry Sheridan says the bodies were not related to a criminal investigation.
They weren't victims of a crime.
A spokesperson for Maricopa County told Fox 10 in a statement, quote, "The recent break-in did not compromise any medico-legal death investigations." Forensic pathologists with the Office of the Medical Examiner resumed examinations today. The biggest question, why someone would do this, has yet to be answered. But experts say most signs point to mental illness.
With a lot of mental disorders, there may be some sort of control issue because, frankly, when you are deceased, you are helpless. It's sort of the ultimate control freak type of fun to have because the people that you are touching have no way to engage you or to fight back.
We still have very little information on how this happened and, more importantly, why. But the sheriff says that's because they are still working to notify the 11 families of the victims involved in this crime. Lu is facing multiple charges, including 4 counts of sexual conduct with a body. He's being held on a $500,000 bond, and his next court date is May 27th. Live in Phoenix, Taylor Wirtz, Fox 10 News.